So we start recording.
This conference will now be recorded.
So after each part of practical part, I will give you five minutes for a relaxation or a doubts or a repetition. Okay, and how we done what we can say how we done partitioning and all same way I will tell. So then you will get a more clarity about it. Okay. Mm. So here is my Windows 10. So whether it is working normal or slow, we don't know. So we'll see. Very slow. Okay. Guys, when I'm accessing sharing, so I share from my virtual machine and I will access from my physical machine. Okay, I can do it. You can also do it, but my physical machine has some problem. Like when I open my any sharing, immediately explorer.exe will gone. Okay, so anybody knows what is a explorer.exe process and anything? What is this explorer.exe or explorer.exe or explorer? Any idea? It's a very simple. Without that one, you can't see anything. You can see my
It's open
desktop.
File Explorer.
It's a file explorer. This is file explorer. This is a file explorer. Very good. Okay, Windows E to open the file explorer. Internet Explorer is IE Internet Explorer. But what is this explorer.exe? It is a link to file explorer also. If you see these icons on my desktop, my data icons, and my background of screen, my taskbar, okay, on taskbar icons and the things which is we open, so it is on my taskbar, right? So like that. So for example, if I open this notepad, huh? For notepad also it is taking time. So this is my explorer. Okay, so this is it is showing open part, but if you see in down, an icon is there and there is a taskbar icon and desktop data is also there, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to taskbar, sorry, I'm going to task manager. So right click here, task manager, or you can go to run task mgr. It is very slow, dead slow. I think I have to install a Windows 10 separately again. I have to delete this one. In this that slow, you can't we can't work. Okay, so why 100% CPU? So when you see like this, so click on this 100%. Which one is taking more size? The search is taking more size. 42%. See, so more processing is taking this VMware tools core services and system randomly it is taking. All remaining are less. Yeah, here it is explorer.exe. Just I'm going to end this task. Okay, it is gone again. So find it where it is located. This is a explorer.exe. Right click, end task. Now can you see my screen? What happened? Nothing is there. No background. No. There is a file here that is also not visible. Recycler bin is not visible. Taskbar is not visible. Nothing is there. Even I done right click. I'm doing right click. Nothing is visible. Now tell me how to open it. I killed explorer.exe. Now nothing is there. But last time I opened this one, this is there. See, notepad is there, and task manager. This is a task manager is also there because I minimized it. That's it. Now tell me how to get things. Yeah, it is 100% to it is reduced. No, okay, close it. Now I close my taskbar also, task manager also. Nothing. If I close this one, you can't see like nothing. It is like it is completely done. How to open task manager? How to open task manager?
Control Alt Delete.
Yes, one is Control Alt Delete. It is a VMware, so Alt Control Insert. You can open the task manager from here. Another option. Normally taskbar, right click, task manager. So that is second one. Tell me third one.
Through command prompt.
You can use a command prompt or a run. That is not working. My run is not working. So only run task mgr. Run task mgr or a command prompt. Task mgr if you have a command prompt. But this is not showing that one also. So only one option is like this only. Alt control delete in a physical machine. This is a VMware workstation, or alt control insert. Task manager. Now, which process I killed? System interrupts. Which process I killed? So I'm going to restore that process. Go to file, run new task. Go to file, run new task. Click on it. Okay. Explorer. Uh, Enough, or you can use .exe also because it's a .exe thing. Now explorer.exe started. Now it is okay. Actually, this explorer.exe stores in a Windows folder only. Windows folder only. Sometimes certain kind of errors, system related things. What happen? Viruses or maybe accidental deletion. So what happened? This explorer.exe deleted from your system. So what to do? If you think it is explorer.exe problem only, then what you can so bring explorer.exe from other PC, like a Windows 10 PC, copy into your pen drive, paste it here using some commands or something like that, like a task manager. So browse it, copy it here like that. So copy into that one, so it will work again. Sometimes explorer.exe will crash multiple times. For me, when I open my any remote desktop or maybe a shared folder, immediately my explorer.exe is getting crashed. Now this is the file. Okay. Now let's understand, guys, what is the use of explorer.exe. I put a folder. I created a folder on my desktop. You can create a folder in your E drive, C drive, or any place you can able to create it. Or any NTFS, better to create any NTFS only. Next, I creating on a desktop. So for me, easy purpose. Because my first one is 2 GB. I don't want to put a 2 plus 4 GB. My system will be slow. This is become a client for my purpose. Okay, so I'm going to start this machine. Guys, understand here. Mm, not this one. This one. I want this one. Paint. Guys, understand. Two PCs are there. what are the name it is. For example, just I'm putting a name. This is PCA, this is PCB. So what you should do it, make sure PCA, the account, for example, username is user1. I'm typing here user1. So first of all, note down the username and note down the password also. Next, note down the IP address. So we are don't use the other things, like note down the IP address. Okay. Next, make sure both are able to communicate each other. Both are connected each other and they can able to communicate each other. So here we are using VMware. So this, if in case first machine is in VMnet 0, the connection is network connection VMnet 0, this must be VMnet 0. Otherwise they won't communicate each other. Both are in a same switch only. If it is a VMnet 1, this is also VMnet 1 only. Both want to communicate each other. Both must be physically connected, logically connected. Physically should connected as well as logically should connected. It means IP address must be in a same network. IP address must be in a same network. So this is my VMnet 0, VMnet 0. Okay. So on another hand, normal physical machines, if you take normal two physical machines, it's a PCA, PCB, they should connect it to a same switch physically. Must be a connection to communicate either one way or another way, means like same LAN, same WAN, or like that. There must be a communication channel. They must be communicate each other. So then only we can able to do this thing. Okay. Next, here in this one, so in this one, I am creating a folder called a data1, and I put some data in the data1 folder. Okay. Next, in PCB, check IP address, and make sure both should be connected. Next, try to ping to APC IP address. Try to ping to APC IP address. Make sure both are communicating each other. Okay. Then so I have a data1, right? So the practical here is sharing the folders. So how to share from here? How to share in PCA? Where is my data1? In PCA.
sir.
So how to share it? From here only. And where we are accessing? From where we are accessing? PCB means second PC. We are accessing here. Okay. So we can see this data1. We can see data1 data means what are the files in the data1 directory. We can able to see from PCB. Okay. How to access, how to share, we'll see it. Guys, why I'm telling in a mapping, just for not only explanation, when you are doing some practical, if same PC, it's okay. But if you are using a multiple PCs, make sure you have to note down and you have to picturize it. So it's the first time you are doing, so compulsory you have to put a diagrammatic representation. One PC, another PC. What is this PC username? What is that PC's username? IP address, IP address. They are connected or not connected. Where you are sharing, where you are accessing. Okay. Yeah. Tell me now. Someone is trying to tell something. I'm keep on speaking. Someone is try to ask question.
No, sir.
No. Okay. So better to note down in your book like that. So where you are sharing, from where you are accessing. Okay. So first of all, I will show you how to share it, and then we'll see how to access. Both we should understand. Sharing, you share the data, but you don't know how to access the data. That is not good. Okay. So you have to know about the things. And here The practicals are not one practical. It is first of all plain sharing, accessing. Second one is you share it, but you can't see that one. So that is the second practical is there. Third practical, I will tell second practical what it is. Third practical is how to mount, how to map the network drive. So daily you don't need to open the sharing kind of stuff. Directly it is mounted to here. So three practicals are there here. So carefully look at. This is my directory. So my directory, my folder is a data one. Okay, this is connected to VMnet 1, sorry, VMnet 0. Okay, if you have a problem with the network related VMnet 0 kind of stuff, you are not getting IP addresses, maybe you are using a dongle kind of stuff like USB modem kind of stuff, you may get a problem. So then better you can use VMnet 1 also. Otherwise, keep it this practical for you separate if you are not have a problem with IP address. When I tell a server, that time you can do this one. Okay, so this is my data one directory. This is VMnet 0 connected. So I'm creating a file. So my file is sf1. Okay, and I will open my sf1 file. I'm typing this is sf1 file from C1. Okay, so I'm not typing any username and all, just I put a some text. Okay, then close. If you want more files, then also you can create a more files also. For example, this is sf2. Just I created two files, that's it. So I'm closing this data one. Guys, multiple ways you can able to share the directory, but if you see here, I will follow only one way, but I will tell you other ways first. So right click on your directory. Okay, right click on your directory, and maybe you can see share with kind of stuff. Not sent to. So it is not showing that option because this Windows new versions always headache. So it is giving it change the name to share option, change it to give access to. So you want to give access to a particular user or a particular computer like that, you can able to you can give. So you can remove the access permissions, and you can also specific people you can able to access. This is the one way to. Earlier share name is there, naming name here is a share to share like that option is there. Now it is removed, they given some other options. Another one is go to the properties, right click properties. You can see sharing tab here, sharing tab. This is the share. If you click on this share, and also it will share, but I'm not using this one. I'm using always advanced sharing. I will use I'm using always I'm using advanced sharing only, and you should use sharing advanced sharing only. It is by better, easy, and correct options are there. Okay, so like that. Next one is security. In this security, either you may give secure permissions. Sometimes you may have to give secure permission to for accessing purpose, because the sharing is sometimes not enough. Your user means remote user can able to access the folder but may not access the data also. So in that cases you have to give security permissions also. But in this we are using only advanced sharing only. Advanced sharing. Advanced sharing. Why my English become Hindi? Hindi English. English. So select this one. Share this folder. Share this folder. Once you select this one, these other options are enabled. And if you want to share with the same name, leave like that. Otherwise, you can change the name also. You can change the name also, like share one. Instead of data one, you can put a share one, or important data, study material, video material, project one, like that. Any name you can put it. It means for your PC, this is a data one is actual name. For others who are accessing, for them it is different name. That is also we'll see. Next one is a permissions. If you see, by default everyone is there. It means if you give permission to everyone, means irrespective of what username other people are using, so anybody can able to access. So I'm giving full control to everyone. If you are in a domain or a username based kind of stuff, that you can add those usernames here, no problem. But here we are going with less security or no security manner only. Okay, so I'm giving everyone all. Then apply, okay, and finally you have to verify it. So cancel, close. So again, how to share? Right click, properties, sharing,
Advanced sharing.
advanced sharing,
Click on the share this folder.
share this folder, go to permissions,
Give allow all.
yellow, full control,
Hello.
everyone, all
Give
check
full
marks,
control.
full control, apply, okay.
Like,
Anybody want to try again? How to share? So a lot of people are there, no?
sir,
Pranami?
can you show us how to share totally, like for another Windows?
From there we will access.
Till now, so till now you show how to give the sharing details
Yes.
and using for permissions.
Yes.
So properties. Sharing, advanced sharing. Okay, permissions, and allow full control for everyone. Apply, okay.
What is this 20 member? 20 member means simultaneously number of user access. You can use 1, 2, or by default it is 20 is there. You can leave it. I will explain that what is that cache and all. Okay. So okay. If you see the properties again, so finally I done all OKs. You can see this is a network path. This is called a network path. So if you are observe, it is showing slash like this slash. Okay, so remember that one. Now I shared from my PC. Okay, next I'm going to another PC. This is my second PC. The second PC is also connected to VMnet 0. It is connected to VMnet 0, means both are in same network only. I forget the password. Vedic @123. Yeah, it's a password only. Okay. First of all, as per my diagram, so where is my paint? Okay. So here I shared it, but what I didn't done, I didn't check my username and password and IP address. So these three things I have to note down, right? So what is my username? In my first PC I'm doing, in my first PC. My username is student1. Next, what is my IP address? How to check IP address? I'm going to directly adapter, not CMD. You can go to CMD also, no problem. So this is my first PC only. This is another problem. My Ethernet. This is my Ethernet. So because VMware Hyper-V installed now, so it is creating in different manner. So it is not mine. So I'll check it here only. So this is my IP address 192.168.2.158 2.1. Okay, so this is 2.158. So in my first PC where I shared, so there only I check my IP address first. Okay, now I'm going to my notepad. First of all, I'm note down what is my, I'm putting A means my first PC. Okay, my username student1, password admin @123, IP 192.168.2.158. This is my, now I have to go to PCB. So I check both are connected, VMNet 0. Here also I am going to note down these things, mainly IP address part. My virtual machine ncpa.cpl, you can use that one or a CMD also, no problem. Guys, this is very important practical. Why? Because you troubleshoot network. If you got any issues, how to troubleshoot a network things also we can learn. Not only just the sharing and accessing thing. Why, where it is? Unless I open this
Sir,
PC.
can we share from one computer to another computer, like which are connected in a LAN connection, sir?
Yeah, we can do in LAN connection also. Thing is, both systems should be in same network. That's it. Mainly in a
Yes,
generally
sir.
in a single LAN. So you have a system.
Yes, sir.
You have a system. This is a switch. Both are connected like this. VMNet 0 is doing same thing work, but whatever the environment currently I'm using, based on that only I'm telling VMNet 0 kind of stuff. But normally I have a laptop and I have a desktop. Okay, in same environment, same LAN connection, logical and physical. My laptop is connected to Wi-Fi, desktop is connected to wired. That's it, directly to router. So both can share. I can
Excuse me,
share the
sir.
data. I can access the data from here. Yeah, tell me, tell me.
Okay, sir.
Sir, both the systems are connected to the same network, right, sir?
Yes.
Sir, when A system want to send a packet to the system B, then obviously it will send the packet to the hub, right, sir, first of all,
Yes, yes,
initially.
yes,
Now the hub must pass on the packet both to its adjacent sites, right, sir?
yes. I got it.
Then hub will send packet back to the A also, right, sir? Then
It's off duplex, no? Usually, hub switch
uh,
again. Okay, I will tell. This is a hub. These are a PCs. APC, B, C, D. Okay, A want to send a packet to B. for
Yeah,
example.
sir.
So don't go with the sharing part, just normal. Okay, this is normal work like. So definitely packet go to hub. Hub is a broadcast domain. It means it will send to everyone, to C, to D, to B. Okay, initially we think it is also sending to A also. Hub is sending to A also, but actually simultaneously it won't happen because it's off duplex mode communication. Off duplex means when you are sending
Yeah,
simultaneously you
sir,
can't
it's
receive.
one-way communication, sir. First of all, if you have to pronounce it, later on, the other person will communicate with us.
Yes, yes. Once you send, then after that one, your
Yeah.
one sending is completed, then you will receive.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
See, in generally, like it is both. A also sometimes will get same packet. Where are we? Yeah. One more thing I forget here. Not forget. Already I told, but may not understand this one, guys. This is your physical machine, means like your laptop, and this is your virtual machine. Okay. Here is you have a virtual machine. You can communicate from your physical machine. This is your physical machine, and this is a virtual machine. Okay, this is physical machine 1 and virtual machine 1, for example. So using VMnet 1 or VMnet 0, you can communicate from here to there to here. You can communicate, and also you can share the data. You can access the data from your physical machine. You don't require two virtual machines. Just you can use your physical machine as a second machine. But I said my laptop have some problem since so many years. Still, I didn't figure it out. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not working. That's why I'm not using this one. Okay, so I'm using a second PC for easy to look at. Docker, I don't want Docker, but why it is happening like this? Quit. If I run Docker, system will freeze again. Okay, guys, second machine IP address is 192.168.2.172. This is my second PC, PCB IP address 2.172, right? So what I'm going to do is my BPC first IP address is important. So and both networks are same. Both can able to communicate each other. A and B.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
this
sir.
is A IP address. This is B IP address. Both network part is same. So both will communicate each other. Okay. The username is devadmin. The password is Vedic @123. Okay, this password not required actually. So make sure both are communicate each other, because here I'm sharing, here I'm accessing. I'm sharing from A and accessing from B. Before that one, we have to test it. First time only you have to test. Now I have to make sure that I can able to communicate to first PC, A PC. How to ping? Which IP address? I'm in B. Which IP address I have to give here?
Sir, 8. That is
Yes.
158.
APC IP address. I'm getting reply from 158. So it means from my side to that side, it is a communication is good. So no need to do troubleshooting. If in case you are not able to communicate, make sure both are in a same VMnet 1 or VMnet 0, which one there are. So make sure the physically they are connected. Make sure both are same IP address. Firewall is enabled. Sometimes the firewall blocks your ping communication. So then you have to disable the firewall at a PC or both. Okay. So currently they are pinging each other. So compulsory, make sure. There is a few reasons also there why we are not able to connect it. So that is also you have to find it. Okay. Now I want to access that folder. I'm going to run. Guys, clearly see this one. I'm also using magnifier to increase it, but you may not see in your things kind of stuff, magnification kind of stuff. Slash slash my PCA IP address. I'm in a PCB, so this is a PCA IP address, and click OK. Click OK. Okay. So what I done at PCB? What I done at PCB? I went to run. Then in run, I put a slash slash 192.168.2.158. That is my PCA IP address. I'm doing in PCB and not done in separately. Okay. So can you see this one? It is asking network credentials, username and password. It is asking credentials, username, and it is asking password. Whose username I have to give? PCA username only, student one. Password, their password only. Okay. Now it should be connected. It is not connecting. You have to give here student one admin @123, because that system username and password, not our system password. This is in PCB. Okay. You have to wait. See, data one is appear. Can you see the data one here?
Yes, sir.
Now I want to try to access the data from here. Just double click. Yeah, two files are there. Now and try to open first file. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Okay, so here it is. Data. Next. Keep it side. Guys, I have some text file in my BPC. ppp.txt. So what is ppp.txt? There is a password is there inside. So I'm going to share this password to my APC. What I have to do? Very simple. Copy here. So what I done? My desktop PPP I copied into this data one folder. Understand what I done?
Yes. So can we also delete the initial data?
Yeah, we can delete
which
these
is there?
files. If you want, you can delete the file also. Because full control we given, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to PCA. Again, I open my data one, my desktop. See, PPP file is here. So it is only not a one-way storing. Like I store a data in data one, and other user can able to access other system from other system. They can able to access the data, and also they can keep the data. How? Because not only read permission, I given a full control. So automatically any user can able to take the data and put the data, delete the data also. If you want to do restrictions, you can put a restrictions also. User can able to read data. User should not delete the data or deny reading, deny kind of stuff. Deny writing, like that you can do it. Okay. So this is your sharing a folder. I'm closing this one. Again, I'm going to create another directory. Data 2. how to put some data inside. Why we should put data? So to make sure that it is we are what we are using generally. Okay.
New text document.
What it is? So some text file I given. So SSS F1 this is not SF1 SSF1. Okay. One file is enough currently for me. Now tell me how to share it, how to access it.
Right click. Properties. Okay, sharing. Sharing.
Advanced.
Advanced sharing. Permissions. Give on full permission. Apply. Okay.
But I want to change something here. Share name. It is a data to right. I want to change the name like share to. Share name I'm changing. I'm not changing data to name. I'm sharing share to. I changed it to share to. That's it. Anything A B C D. You can put anything. Your name. Okay. Just only one change only I made it. Remaining are same. Okay. Apply. Guys got this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So share to I given. See it is a share to it is showing. Okay. So close it. Now we have to access, right? Sharing completed.
Sir.
You have to access. Of course, we are already tested. Communication is going on. Already we open a one sharing already. Now again we are open. How to open?
Sir. In run // and the IP address.
You have to run // IP address.
IP
These
of
slashes.
PCA.
Okay. Click. Okay.
Back.
Here we go. Now can you see this is data 1, this is share 2.
Sure.
If I open share 2, what file it is showing? SS1 SSF1. If you want to check the data, so then you can see the data also. So only thing is actual directory name is data1, but when I accessing through network it is showing, sorry, actual directory name is data2, but when I accessing it is showing share2. Why share2? Because when I sharing I given this name only. Got the point, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So next one is third one. Again data 3. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to put some data inside. emp1.txt employee records, emp1, okay, and 1200 something, some data is there. So I put a something name, Rahul, Nikita, more salary. Tell me some names. Something, okay, some data. think like important data. Okay, so this is my data 3. Now I want to share it. Right click,
Okay. And
properties. Tell me. Sorry, interrupting. I'm interrupting.
sharing,
Yes.
advanced sharing. Share this folder. Then permissions. Tick all. Apply. Okay.
I'm changing something here. I'm not changing name. If I want to, if you want to change the name also we can change it. Like data 2, share 2, about it. Otherwise, you can keep data 3. But only small change I'm going to do it. This one. I put a dollar after the name. Whatever the name it is, put a dollar after the name. Okay, got it? I put a dollar. Apply. Okay. So I put a dollar. So you can see dollar. Name after that one dollar is there. No spaces, just dollar. Don't give spaces anyway. Completed. Sharing completed. Access is available. Okay. Now you have to see the access. Guys, when you already some network sharing is happened, already it is open, you can do refresh. Just refresh. Any new sharing is come, automatically it will display. Anyway, it is not displaying. It's okay, leave it. I'm closing this one again. I will open.
Is it a hidden file now?
It is.
Is
Yes,
it
right.
a hidden file?
Yes, right. Again, I'm
Because you
open
put
sharing.
the
Okay. It is not showing here. Where is data 3? Not showing. I shared it correctly, but it is not showing in the list. So what I have to do is I'm putting that name directly. So if you click here, so it's showing other sharing. See, data 1, data share 2. Directly it is showing. Like you want to open the directly, like you can do it. Right. Data 3. And also I given a dollar, right? While I sharing, I given a dollar. Data 3 dollar. Click OK. So like this. MP1 file is there. Data 3
right.
dollar. Okay. So it is like a, some people like usually we call it as a hidden sharing or administrative sharing. It means if user knows name of the shared folder, then only they can access, otherwise they don't know. Even I go to this IP address, see it is showing only 2, it is not showing a data 3. So you have to type data 3 on yourself only. So like this, data 3 and with a dollar compulsory. Okay, so this is a administrative sharing. Hmm. Okay, so here uh, PCA sharing and access, because this practical I will complete first, writing part. So I create a folder, name is data1, and put some files in it. Okay, it is a data1. Next, I created a folder. So first of all, I created a folder. I put some data. Then what to do? Data1. Right click, properties, sharing tab. Then check, share this folder. What happened? Share this folder.
Sir, it's advanced sharing after sharing.
Yeah, right.
And then
Sharing, advanced sharing, correct. Check mark. Where to check? Share this folder. Something is there. Share folder. Share this folder. And go to permissions. I'm giving full control allow to everyone. It is already there. Then apply. Okay, okay, kind of stuff. Completed. Now client side, what to do? Simple. Open like this. Give username and password. Then check the data. So this is base practical, but we done a different ways. So in A, I created a data 2 and I shared with a share name share 2. Okay, share name is share 2. Remaining steps are same. B.
Sir, it will not happen if the network is different, no? If IP address is different.
Then definitely can't open. Okay.
Sharing will not be done.
Yes. So APC's IP address and check data. But important one is here. I created a data 3 and I shared, but share name. But I use share name data 3 sorry dollar. And a share name I given data $3. Now BPC / APC IP address. Check. What happens? Can't see.
It's not.
Can see data $3. Now what to do? / APC IP address /
Dollar.
data
name,
$3. So like this, you can able to see. Okay. Of course, there is other things also there, but up to here. One more is there, but on sharing, then I will show troubleshooting also. Yes, for example, this is a data one. The data one is, for example, very important folder. It contains a data, and user has to access this folder. For example, I have a central server, central location, something storage space is there. I have an important project data is there are some images data. My work is always installation of machines. So images are there, operating system images data, or maybe a project related data, maybe application data is there. Now my work is every day in my daily work, every day in my daily work, how to use this shared folder. How to use shared folder. It means morning I came, open sharing and use username and password, connect, open the folder and access the data, right? Again I'm repeating, look at here, very simple. This is a data one is important directory, for example. Now this is my PC, this is my personal PC, and this is some central VC. It contains a data, that one. So my duty is today I need some application from it. So what I'm going to do is, when I need, I have to go to run. Then I have to put a PCA IP address, for example, and I have to access it. Sometimes it will ask username and password. Both are alive. It is not asking username and password. It's saved inside. Okay. So I have to open like this. My work is completed. Then I close this one. Again, I have to open when our work is there. This is first reason. Means every time open. This is the first reason I'm telling. Okay. This is the first reason I'm telling.
Every time open means like we don't need to type username password every time
Yeah.
it open,
Generally,
right?
first time username password you are typing. If you save it, it won't ask you
It
again.
will be secure.
Problem is sometimes it will
Sir,
ask also.
okay, so when we save that, where it gonna save?
In your system only. In your system only.
Like location. We can't see that, right? But the location I'm asking, like where it goes,
Even
like
I don't
any
know so
file
the
that.
location. So don't worry about it. Inside your
Okay, okay,
system, any
okay,
credential, the credential managers are there. No, they will store that one.
okay,
Okay.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Um, Second one, my point is problem. Okay, so it's every time whenever you required, you open it, use it, close it. Again, you are opening it, closing it, uploading data, downloading a data from it. It is become frequent. So it's always not good, right? So second one, how many technically knows people working in IT department? Lot of non-technical people works in IT department. For example, account management, accountants people. They are not IT guys. We are lucky. We don't need to teach them how to open a sharing folder for required data purpose, right? For everyone, you don't teach. Or every time they call for a service desk, ask for a shared folder. It is not good always, right? So that is the second reason. Second reason is, so people who don't know how to open the sharing folders, again they have to ask someone, or maybe someone come and open the shared folder, then only they can work. So usually non-IT department people, even IT department people, some people don't like to learn. Okay, so then people like, it is like a engineering, drawing and engineering only. Okay, they want to get pass in examination, but they don't learn. Okay. Okay, it is some example. It's just for fun. Okay, so my point is, I have a data one in my PCA. In PCB, I'm accessing by sharing it. But what I want it, how I open my C drive, D drive, I want to open my sharing folder also. So that is called a map network drive. So this is my I open my run // PCA IP address up to here. Okay, guys. Everyone okay up to here? How to open a sharing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I open sharing. Where it is? It should open, right? So maybe my PC is forgetting. Okay, so this is a data one. Okay, my point, only one folder. Maybe if you want more folder, also you can do it. This is a data one. Right click. Okay, can you see map network drive? Map
Yes,
network
sir.
drive. Right click. Map network drive.
Yes.
Okay, click on it. So something is visible here. You can tell network drive by default. Normal drives are C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive. But in network drives, reverse order. Z drive, Y drive, X drive, W drive, like that, reverse order, reverse alphabetical order. It's a drive letter. It is by default. It is showing Y, so you can change it also. Like you can put a Z. Z is already occupied by me only, so that's why it is showing Y. Otherwise, it shows Z only. So Y, X, W, like you can use anything. For example, W, anything, no problem. Reconnect at sign in. Reconnect at sign in means if in case you shut down your PC or maybe log out, it is disconnected. When you sign into your PC, automatically it reconnects. If you want to connect using different credentials, so different credential you want to use it, then you have to tell what are the credentials. That time. I'm not changing anything here. Just I'm finishing. Finish. Just finish. Attempted to connect it. Yes, completed also. I click on this PC, guys. Look at this PC. Where is this W drive? This is Z drive. That is different one. What happened? That's why don't give build up like war confidence. Okay, that is a different point, but that is not the thing. Okay. Otherwise, I will try again. Map network drive, Y drive. Click finish. Why it is not showing? Why it is working? It is connected two times. See like this. So I will remove the second one. It's a slow one. So you can disconnect it also. You can see the disconnect option here. If you don't want, so disconnect. One more option is there, available offline. Always available offline. It means main server is disconnected, still you can able to see the data here. Guys, I got a question. Why it is showing 39 GB and 16 GB free? It's a network drive, right? But where is this size of drive is getting?
Or maybe it's due to its home system.
Where is the
The
data one
location of
located?
file where we saved in that other PC.
Only, I guess.
Okay, so data one in APC C drive actually. We created a desktop, but actually desktop means it's a part of C drive only. So this is the PCA C drive. Okay.
So we can also see the data, how much data is left over to store that one also, sir.
Entire C drive we can't see now here, but our data only we can able
For
to
the
see.
only out of space available that is showing that we can see
Yeah, C drive.
Even though it is right now we are doing practical in the real scenarios, like when we are working, when we share this kind of photo, you can see this, right?
One second. Just I will get back to you. So the 16 GB free space
Okay.
of C drive in APC. Okay. Yeah. Now tell me your question in real
That
time.
when we send the actual data when we are working,
Hmm.
when we share the actual data like this, we can see the C drive storage, that is how much left over there also, right?
Yes. Yes. It means your shared folder in C drive, or for example, your shared folder is in E drive. Then it shows E drive space, free space or occupied space, not data, only space. We can able to get it. Okay. Okay. That is normal.
Sir, can we also share the whole drive?
Already whole drives are shared. I will show you that one. Guys, understand one thing. I thought the question is this one, so I waited, but question is normal one only. In a real time. For example, I'm a user. For example, I'm a user, and my company gave me a space in their server to store some data. Okay, in my server, they shared one folder for me, so then I can access this folder here. I can access the folder from my PC. Okay, and they shared it. For example, I have a disk size is 2 terabyte of disk, and there is a folder. I got this folder from sharing wise. I got this folder like a sharing. I got it. What is the capacity of the folder? How much data I can able to put it like this in this one?
2 TB.
Yes, up to 2 TB, 2 terabyte of data I can able to put it if 2 terabyte of free space is available. So lot of data is there, but in generally up to 2 terabytes we can able to put it based on the available size inside of the disk. That is risk, right? Disk is risk
Hmm.
now. So can you give 2 terabytes or 4 terabytes or maybe a 10 terabytes disk size, and you are sharing a folder to a person to keep his personal files, then he utilize everything.
Yes, he can.
Okay, initially you are joined first, someone is joined last, you completed his space, like that only it will happen. Now what to do to control it? Like, when I connected to this folder, I should get only 2 GB or maybe a 20 GB only, maximum 20 GB, that's it, not 2 terabyte or not 4
Hmm.
terabyte. Only
Can we
20 GB I
restrict?
can keep it. That's Tell me again.
Sir, sir, I'm saying, can we put quota on this?
Yes. What is that concept? We call it as quota concept. But
Quota
normally we are doing quotas on
in the
directories.
same
Means
PC.
drives we are putting a
Hmm.
quota. Drives we are putting a quota, not on a shared folder. But the concept here is a quota. But directly this option not available here. But in a servers, FSRM. In a Windows server, we have a FSRM. It is File Server Resource Manager. Using this, they create a quota in it. Maybe in future, maybe you may already experience this thing when you log into your college account or like that. You may get 100 MB, 200 MB free space. That's the concept. We call it as a quota per user. They'll get this one only, like that. Where are we now? Only 2 3 points I will tell. Okay, guys, understand map network drive. Right click, map network drive, finish, next, finish. That's it. So you can get a drive. So this data directly sync. For example, non-IT guy is there, is directly daily is verifying IP address and username, password, he is giving everything. Instead of that one, map the network drive. So you'll open it, he'll access the data, or maybe he'll keep the data inside. So this is the map network drive. Now we'll go with issues generally in a sharing folder. Where is my paint? My paint. So I'm going to new. Already I said I have a PCA and PCB, two PCs, both are connected network. Okay, already I told I think last time, if you are connecting like this does not mean you are connected in a bus topology. This meaning is both are connected each other. Okay, it represents they are in a network. Okay, so this is a PCA, PCB. Now I'm getting an issues. PCB is trying to connect PCA for accessing shared folder. I'm getting error.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm getting error. Why? So how to solve it? Why I'm getting? How to solve it? What is the first thing we have to do?
We have to check the connection.
I
Yes.
think there is no access for B.
First we have to check the physical connection. Next,
Yes.
logical.
Then logical connection.
It means IP address and their
IP.
network. Very good. Second point. Okay. So first, second, third one.
So maybe we have not given all permissions during sharing.
What is this?
Ping.
Ping. Okay. So you have to ping to each other. Make sure both are communicating each other or not. Yeah, you tell correct answer, but initial troubleshooting, right? Network troubleshooting. Physically both should be connected. Logically both are should be same network. Try to ping each other. Make sure both are communicating each other. Okay. Yeah, permissions. Good one actually. Okay. This is okay. Now you are successfully ping from PCA to PCB. Okay, PCA to PCB, PCB to PCA. Both are successfully pinging, but sharing is not working. So yes, correct. It's one of the thing is whenever the user, whenever we are sharing, you are not giving proper permissions. Only for particular user or no permission. Security strict. Okay, security wise also very strict security problem. Okay, security is not giving permission to access.
Sir, firewall also have any role in restricting this?
Very good. Firewall. Yes. Next one is okay, firewall. Have to write here. So if you are pinging, it means usually firewall is okay with that one. Sometimes even ping is successful, sharing is not successful. It may be a problem with the firewall. If ping is not successful, first two are good. First two are good. Ping is not successful. Mostly check the firewall also. If in case ping is also successful, but still you are getting a problem. Mostly firewall problem not there. Maybe there. So you have to verify that one also. Very good. Firewall you have to check it. Okay.
Okay.
One more is there. So that's we will
Sir,
see.
getting problem on firewall is very less now, sir.
What it is?
Getting problem from the firewall is very less now, sir.
Yeah, firewall is more actually. But normal ping wise.
Ah, yeah, sir.
Okay, ping wise.
Yeah.
Because ping is anonymous. It means
No, yeah.
someone pinging
Through
me.
ping only we can send the data.
Someone pinging me means they are sending a data to me. I didn't ask them.
Ah, yeah, sir.
Okay, I didn't ask
Yeah.
them. So firewall is work like that. It is if my system is not request anyone, if someone is coming to my PC, then I will say no. Without appointment,
In the
don't
heart
come.
of God.
Without calling, don't come. Right? This is the firewall. You are here. You send a request. You can get the response can come, but someone send it a packet to you. The firewall will drop it. But other services, no problem. But usually ping, you will get a problem. Okay, that's why if ping is not working, but service is working, means some access is working. It means it's a firewall is allowing that one, not allowing this one. Okay, so firewall can be a problem sometimes, sometimes not. So we'll see the firewall thing and as well as what is other thing also. I'm going to control panel directly. I can go from ncpa.cpl also, but it's okay. We'll go. So then I will show why columns and then we'll see other things also. Um, this is a Windows Defender firewall. This is Windows Defender firewall. Just I click on Windows Defender firewall here. If in case firewall is a problem, normally do not disable the firewall. Not disable the firewall. That is, firewall is used to protect you from anonymous attacks. Okay, from public attacks. So do not disable the firewalls. Still, for a certain reason, already you have a protection. For example, you are working in an organization, they have actually firewall is there. So then for your system, firewall is not important. But your laptop and desktop generally are connected to its different public and private networks. So firewall must be there. In that cases, you can create exceptions in a firewall. You can create a list who can able to access kind of stuff also. This is a ton Windows firewall on or off. You can see this left side, ton Windows Defender firewall on or off. So ton of it. Still it is showing like this good. Normally in my physical laptop and physical desktop, the firewall is a different one. So okay, so turn off Windows Defender firewall. It is not recommended, but for only for practical purpose only, or for only for certain purposes only. So certain environment purpose only. Okay, like you have actually good firewall is there. Entire your network is protected by a firewall, so you don't have to worry about your system. Then you can turn off it, no problem. Okay, then click OK. Firewall is turned off. Try pinging again. I'm not doing that one, so I'm going back only. One more I said, no? One more is there. I said, can anybody see? Yeah, here it is. Network and sharing center. Guys, go to the network and sharing center. Even though firewall is off, IP address is correct, both systems are pinging. In that cases also, it is still you are unable to connect it. But important one to sharing part is go to advanced, change advanced sharing settings. Left side you can see change advanced sharing settings. Okay, if you see here, this is private, public, all network. So turn off public folder sharing. Turn off public shared foldering means only through public you can't share things. That's it. This is private. Here it is turn on is there. Turn on file and printer sharing. Turn on network discovery. Turn on network discovery. Turn on file and printer sharing. Both are there. So if you are sharing a file or a printer, but people unable to access it, it means this option is off. Means you may are in this one. You may are in this one or in this one. Okay, so check it. Make sure turn on file and printer sharing. Next one is network discovery. What is this network discovery? By default, in our systems we are using both IPv4, IPv6. Okay, what happened? from Windows 7 onwards, this feature is there. Windows 7 onwards, this feature is there. Our system will discovers other computers in the same LAN. Other computers in the same LAN network, it discover it and put it. So then we can able to see. So after so long, I seen Vijayasri Mai. Okay, so my point here is, yeah, in a one single LAN network, systems try to find what are the other PCs are available, what is their names, IP address, and store, and also it will display the connections. Okay, she connected and left again. Network. Okay, so that is network discovery. This is in private profile. This is guest and public. So in guest and public, it is off automatically. You can turn on it if you are in a same network. Okay, so you can turn on it for just for looking at the screen. Okay, uh, turn on password protected sharing, turn off password protected sharing also there. So this is for media sharing and all. So I turn on everything. File sharing encryption also there here. Save changes. Okay, so I'm going to Explorer. So this is the one of the reason. For example, if you are unable to access shared folder from remotely, it means your main PC is turn off their file and printer sharing. Next one is network discovery. What is that network discovery? Turn on network discovery. So whenever you go to turn on network discovery, you try to find other PCs who are connected in the same LAN network. Okay, sometimes it will display properly, sometimes not. So that KE2M router is my router. First it is discovered my router. Here also you can go to other PC. This is my another PC. So right, open anything, no problem. Click on left side network. If in case, if you are not turn on your network discovery, it show a message like this. It show a message like this. Click OK. And here a pop-up notification is there. Network discovery and file sharing are turned off. Okay, so and network component and devices are not visible. Click to change. So then I put it, turn on network discovery and file sharing. Click here. So when you click this one, this notification will come up. If it is already turned off, so you can able to turn on from here also. Okay, so it is showing some notification. Yes, turn on, I said. So either option you can use it directly. You can go to network and sharing center, turn on the things, or use click on here. It will tell you if it is a turn off. You right click, turn on it. That's it. It's not showing. It will take time. Maybe after some pinging commands from this to that one. In general, it won't take time, but it takes. Okay, this is it, guys. So if in case, yeah, something VMware host something it is showing. Okay, this is it. If in case if you are trying to access a shared folder, if you are unable to share it, pinging is working but sharing is not working. So mostly it is file and printer sharing is off. So you have to go to network and sharing center, advanced sharing settings, then turn on the network sharing. Okay, so this is anyway not going any output, so then I'm closing it. Yeah, I'm not closing it. Actually, guys, if you observe, this is my data one. Then what is this? What is this? Z drive? I'll show you. This is my G drive, and this is my DevOps folder. This is my G drive. Which G drive? My physical machine G drive. VMware has a facility like a folder or a drive. I can connect it to virtual machine like a shared folder. So I keep the data in that one, so directly I can able to access. I no need to copy a data from physical machine to virtual machine. So simply use the sharing technique, we can able to connect it. You know. Yes. Last one in this sharing, because it's very big one, right? I'm going to CMD in my APC, first PC. I think, can you able to see or not? I don't know. If I go to properties, and it will take a lot of time. Front, font, bold. I think this is enough for now. Guys, I shared data from my desktop. Okay. And I may share from E drive. I may share from C drive. I may share from G drive. I don't know what are the things I shared. Different places data is there, different sharings I done. But I want to know what are the location of the data and what are their share names, and currently how many people are accessing. What is it? What folders are shared? What is their share name? Currently how many people are accessing it? Got the point? The command is net share. The command is net share, like this. My C drive is shared with a C dollar. Data 3 is shared from user desktop, user student 1 desktop data 3. E drive is shared with E dollar. Windows is shared with admin dollar. Data 1 from desktop, share 2 from desktop data 2. Okay, like this. This is what are the files or folders shared and their location, share name, resources. This is one. Next, compmgmt.msc, compmgmt.msc. It's taking too much time. Yeah. Shared folders, expand shared folders, click on shares. You can observe here how many folders are shared from your PC. How many folders are shared from your PC? Okay. And their folder paths, share names, client connections. So data one is connected by someone, so you can see one connection. Who is connected? I am connected. Okay, BPC. So how to do it? Go to computer management, compmgmt.msc. So go to shared folder, click on shares, then you can able to see it. That's it, guys. This is about complete sharing kind of stuff. Okay. Then we'll take a break, come back again. Any
This
doubts?
conference is no longer being recorded.